live?
We have an ad running.
Hello there.
Welcome to the
There's an
stream.
ad running. Yeah. Catch TheHexagonTTRPG right after this ad.
Your money?
Stick around to support the stream. I don't think any of this goes to us, though.
Support us. It should.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Where is it going to go?
And the camera.
Now we're good.
Hi!
Hello,
What are we
hello.
getting?
Oh, yes.
Why?
We
Hello?
Hi.
Mom?
See all of our beautiful faces.
Dad?
Yeah. They're there.
Alright, well. Hello, one and all, and welcome back to another episode of Avatar Age of Bone. We're the Hexagon tabletop role-playing games, and tonight on our show we have Simon,
Hey, I'm playing Shen, as usual.
Peter,
I'm playing One Ton Sue.
CJ,
I'm playing Jet Shen Hugh.
and Matthew.
Believe it.
Who? I'm just kidding. I'm playing Rufu and his boy Jolo.
Actually, I'm playing his boy Jolo, but definitely you can tell me what to do. So last
won't
time on
hesitate.
Avatar, our crew has journeyed through the world. If you missed what happened, you're going to have to look back on the other episodes. Up now on youtube.com/TheHexagonTTRPG. Go and check it out. It starts at episode 3 because of some technical difficulties, but we are going to be releasing an intro soon. And I believe that there's a Twitch chat command in case you want to know what the setting is. But TLDR, post-apocalyptic Avatar campaign with dinosaurs and ninjas. There's nothing not to love here.
Also, thank you to Pika Julie and Indigo Sherlock, first 2 subscribers of our life.
Yo, thank you.
We are honored.
Thanks so much,
We're
guys.
humbled. We're honored.
It's not allowed. You're not allowed to do that, guys.
Yeah, take it back, please.
Jeez, Chuff.
Don't take it back. Don't take it back.
Awesome.
Send us a character name. We'll name a character after you.
In fact, I'm subscribing to you.
Wow.
Give me your freaking Venmo.
Give me your Venmo. But last time on Avatar, we have to let the subscribers know what happened. Our team had a week of rest, and that week of rest was for Sue to recover after a severe dinosaur attack, after charging off after I don't have a good word for him, but the bad father Baba, the delinquent, the abandoner. I forgot to look into the thesaurus before starting the stream. And everyone had a kind of like a little bit of a moment getting to know the villagers, talking, gathering some resources. And the Avatar, who was discovered to be traveling with our companions in the form of a dinosaur, spoke for the first time with Rufu. And as everyone got all together, it was determined that there must be a reason why the enemy is not attacking. Right? At this village, just after we ran away from a pirate ship full of enemies that met up with another ship full of enemies. What is going on? And right as that little bit of information was sinking in, an invitation from Baba for Rufu to come to the lighthouse was shared amongst all his friends, who in turn invited the whole village. And now, except for 4 people who lived at the village, and I have a list of those names somewhere, everybody has...
Specifically, they told me to come alone, Baba did.
He did say come alone. He absolutely said come alone or with your dinosaur.
What are you gonna do?
Well, apparently you're going to find out what he's going to do as you all post up on the beach looking out over the water. And at this point in the Avatar universe, we're going to say that it's low tide, and you guys are able to walk across to the lighthouse. But the tide will be coming in. And I think that...
Ooh.
Gotta go find my list of names. Probably one of the builders, like Fa, is just going to point that out to you guys and just be like, oh, the tide is coming in soon. So be careful. Are we all going to the island? And he kind of looks around at everyone. Is that the idea?
I mean, I don't really know why the whole village came out in the first place.
Who the heck invited all these people? How are we supposed to surprise them now?
You asked us to come. Literally, each of you in turn asked a group of people to come with you.
I'm gonna look around.
I don't think I asked anybody to come.
That would have been me and Kaloni.
Yeah.
Okay, well-
Kaloni's absent today, but she's here in spirit, and I'll be controlling her character. Kaloni nods along, as it was indeed Kaloni and Jet who invited mostly everybody to come with.
Well, at least we're all together now.
It's definitely gonna be some kind of surprise.
Are we surprising someone?
Yeah, Bubba.
You know, the guy that abandoned me when I was 4 years old?
Oh, I've heard that story now. It's been circulating this last week, but I didn't think we were... How is this supposed to work? I thought... You know how it works here, right? Somebody challenges the leader, and it's a public thing, and then whoever wins is the new leader.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, we're not going to gang up on him for you.
But
Well, we're all gonna gang up on him. Maybe not you guys, but us. I like stand with my crew.
I think Izuna will come forward at this point and be like, well, we're not going to watch all of you just beat up the leader of our village, even if he's not, the most beloved of leaders.
We're not.
But I mean, if it's an official challenge, that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Just want to.
Wait, are we gonna ignore the fact that Baba's also just being really suspicious? Like he wanted to see the youngest one of our group all alone.
That was weird.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm a little boy.
that deserves a beating, right? A gang up, right?
But this is starting to feel like some sort of an intervention.
Maybe he needs it.
I was kind of hoping it would be.
But I mean, first,
An
I guess
intervention of pain.
let's go see what he actually wanted, right? It might not be necessary. He might just want to share a heartfelt moment with a boy in a lighthouse. I don't
When you say it like that,
it sounds really bad, right?
We're coming. We're for sure coming.
Right? So I guess using
But he
low
told me
tide, we
not to
walk
bring
across.
anybody.
I think it's a little too late for that.
Yeah,
Rufu.
Jen's just gonna go.
Uh,
Make the most of the
dang it.
low tide.
Amazing. So just so we know, so I gotta check my old notes. Oh no, where are they? Sorry, I'm having trouble finding who was left back at the village.
Is that important for us to know?
It's important for me to know as everyone makes their way to the island. Because I don't want to say
Oh,
someone's
God.
talking who's not there.
Oh, that's not what I expected.
What did you expect?
No, I'm not giving you ideas.
Give me ideas.
Smart.
That's not my job in this campaign.
Oh, where did I write this down? I just saw it. So I know Darmok was one of the ones. I'm trying to jog your memories as well, but I don't think I'm gonna get any help from the rest of you, am I?
Well, look, I know that Maloba and Yangzan stayed,
Mhm.
the two Neoterics.
Yes, Malo and Yang,
Then
and
we have Drit, Greg, and Steve both came with. All three of them came with us.
okay. So Malo and Yang and Kurna and Darmok all stayed. I'm just gonna rewrite this out because I can't find
Dope
it.
name.
Nalik and Zadum came with us.
Perfect. Yeah. And so with you guys are Nalik, Zadum, Izuna. Akuno was here, but Akuno goes back to the village as you guys start to cross. And then you have Fa and Koyo, and who are builders. You have Ketsun, Tali, and Lan, and Steve, Greg, and Drew.
So many great guys.
Perfect.
Perfect.
All right. So who's in the lead as you guys make your way to the small island? I think that the villagers are kind of like letting you guys go first.
Me.
Oh,
Sue is leading the charge then
shall be
onto
right behind.
the small island. I feel like I want to really want to zoom in on this island where you're going to.
I can count.
Oh my
the
gosh,
pixels.
that is
Tiny
so
little
helpful.
island.
How was I supposed to ever know that that was even there before?
Well, now you do. And here we are on Lighthouse Island. The lighthouse. So I think it's this is at night now. Essentially, the sun is set. It's dark. Maybe like purple, violet tones in the sky. You all hear the rush of waves as they hit the shore. And you make your way along the wet sand of this kind of sandbank that leads to the island that Baba himself had created. And so he had built this place. And as you look up at the lighthouse, you realize that he built the lighthouse to be part of the island. He sculpted it from the land that he had brought up from the water. And I think all around you, you'll notice like the water is deep and dark. And you'll also see, I think, in the last rays of the sun, last rays of light that are, giving that dim light all around you, the murals that are painted on this lighthouse. And I believe from far you guys had noticed that there were water tribe markings and fire tribe and earth tribe and air tribe, right? Closer up, I think you'll start to realize that they're all interwoven rather artistically, and the air kind of blowing through mountains and mountainous symbols with fire erupting out, and then also like there's like a sun in the sky shining down combined with water and clouds mixing in. You see what looks to be like reinforced, like kind of like at the base of the tower, and even that like on the reinforced like pieces of it, there's designs that are kind of partly hidden by the mollusks and algae and stuff that builds up at the base, something that would be right near seawater. And I think you all like get that briny salty smell in your nostrils as you make your way across, and the light is lit up at the top of the lighthouse. I think just as you kind of get halfway across, and you notice it spinning up there.
Do we see like a figure by the base of the lighthouse or anything?
Excuse me, there's a hiccup. There doesn't appear to be anyone by the base of the lighthouse. As you approach,
Top.
it's rather loud. There's the ocean and the footsteps and a whole town with you, essentially, like 10 people. but there's no one there. It's eerily quiet on this island, and even like this island, as you can see from the map, is small. So there's no vegetation here, really. Like I say island, it is a big rock that has been pulled up and lifted out of the water.
It's basically an island.
Yeah, or a rock pillar, you could say.
Can Shen keep an eye out for like any potential like small boats anchored by the edge of the island as they
Sure.
walk along? Like he wants.
Do you want to go like tour and like investigate the whole island?
Well, as we're crossing and kind of like, I'm assuming that like as we go across, like we can see along either edge of the island as it turns around.
Yeah, as you come up, you can look at the front of the island. I'll say you don't see anything right away, and I think that if you want to like go scout out the whole like rock, it's a bit of an uneven surface and stuff. Like you can go do that.
I would just go to the lighthouse and go up it if I needed to go scout the area around.
Did you guys see my microphone flash?
Yep.
That was really distracting and weird.
But yeah, if I don't see anything there and nobody at the lighthouse, I'm gonna try and enter the lighthouse personally.
Perfect. Well,
Wait.
Sue's at the front there. So Sue, what are you doing? And is anyone else doing something on the way?
I'm just walking towards the entrance.
Yeah, I'd like to have a conversation with like Sue and Shen, who I guess are leading the pack.
I'll pull up the rear.
Hey, maybe I should head in first, and maybe he hasn't really seen us yet. Do you think that's possible?
No, no way. From the top of his tower, the whole town.
Yeah, it's only daylight.
I don't know.
Probably blinded by whatever light is up there. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he definitely saw us. If he's paying attention, anyways.
I just don't trust you to be alone with him.
Like, what if the door like just shuts as soon as one person goes in?
Yeah,
The
and we
whole thing is
decided
made of
that.
stone. Can't we just make a hole in the wall?
Oh, we could.
Is it actually made of stone? The island
I'm
is.
made
There's
of
a way to find
metal.
out.
The island is, but the lighthouse. Don't think we've gotten to that point.
I have no idea about lighthouses, but the only way I think a home could make sense is with stone and earth bending. That's the only way I, Rufu, can imagine a home.
Think of that ship, right? It was all metal.
Jolo just nods and then quirks his head, all metal, and he's like, "Wait a second."
That's a ship. That's for water. This is on a rock.
A lighthouse
So it
for
must be built.
water.
Can I touch the side of the lighthouse and try and make a hole in it? Or try and turn like the brick in it to sand?
Yeah. So I guess no one was listening when I said that whole speech about how the lighthouse looks like it was carved from the stone of the island. It's stone. It's
Yeah, but does it have any like
absolutely-
rebar
That's what I
inside
think.
it or something?
You can start messing with the outside of the lighthouse. One of the villagers, kind of like probably one of the builders, it would be Koyo, is like, what are you doing? Are you just gonna break the lighthouse?
Yeah, just gonna
go
send
in.
it crumbling down with Bubba inside. Start like turning bricks into sand all around.
Oh, we're making a door.
Wait,
we're
you're
making a
no-
door.
We don't know who else is in
Smack
there.
you in
Hold
the
on.
head.
Hold
Stop.
on.
Wait, they might actually need this lighthouse for actual ships.
Well, we built this all together as a kind of a monument to peace, a monument to what we can achieve together as an independent group. We don't really
Yeah.
adhere to what the
And
other
Bubba's
tribes do.
perverted it as his little boys'
Oh,
room.
don't say that.
I don't
Wait,
know.
no, stop.
I'm still
Wait, no,
touching
Rufu, stop.
pieces of-
I'm gonna stop Rufu from changing everything to sand.
Yeah, Koyo like helps you like put up some earth back, and she looks troubled as you say this about Baba, and she goes, "Well, we hadn't really heard anything too bad about Baba before you all came here. How do
We're
we
making-
know what you're
We're
saying is
making
true?"
assumptions right now. Let's go talk to the man and find out what's happening.
And she looks at Sue particularly as Shen says this, as she said that.
Yeah, I look at her and go, well, he's lying, obviously. That's what he's good at.
I mean, he said he would keep us safe, and he has so far.
Well, I mean, good for you. I walk in. Is there a way in? Can I just like walk in? It's making Zoo very uncomfortable.
Yeah, as you guys like round the lighthouse a little bit, there's an open like doorway, no door, it's just an archway in the stone. So you all make your way right in. Jolo won't be able to fit, so he kind of waits behind.
Oh.
Maybe some of the village can stay out too, because I think we were going to crowd the lighthouse and everyone comes in.
Yeah, Izuna kind of comes in the doorway, looks up, says, "Hey, I'll be here at the base of the lighthouse if you need me, and the rest of the village will wait over here on the rock. Good luck, guys."
There's no chance in hell that I'm leaving Jolo outside of the lighthouse with all these strangers. Not even
all these dinosaur hunters. You're not going to leave them alone.
Are you? I'm.
All my plans. All my plans.
I'm gonna start tapping and turning more of these rocks into sand around the door frame until Joe can fit through.
Yeah, you start to mess with the doorway and make it bigger. So Jolo can like come in, and Izuna like goes over to the side. It's not a big lighthouse though, and it has like that spiraling central stairway, right? That the inside of a lighthouse has. And so Jolo's like looking up, and I think you follow his gaze, and then there's another like square opening at the top of the first set of stairs that he won't be able to fit through.
It's a trap door to get on.
100%. That's fine.
Yeah, but essentially, Izuna just like looks at it. She's like, "Are you gonna do that to every door here?"
No, no offense, buddy, but I think Jolo does need to stay down. If you want to stay with him, no problem.
Yeah.
I'll stay with him. I just wanted to get in here.
Like a zoo. That worked.
All right.
And then I'm gonna yell, "Come out, Bubba!"
Oh, well, that works too, I suppose.
A booming voice yells back, "Fuck you, little kid! I told you to come alone."
That's creepy.
Why would he swear at a kid like that?
You're creepy.
Let's go. Zoo.
Yeah.
Zoo. Remember what
I'm
happened
going.
last time? No, Zoo. I try and like get between you and like the rest of the staircase.
What are you doing, Jed?
Last time, you let your anger get to your head, and look what happened.
Oh, I'm not going to do that again, okay?
You promised, Zoo, and I like put out a pinky.
Yeah, I promise. Grab your pinky, but with like my whole hand.
Oh, all right.
I think you need to explain that. Like, what's the pinky
You have
for?
such
No, he's
small
doing it right.
fingers.
Okay, I move out of the way.
Thank you. And I'll start walking up.
Scamper behind you. Low to the
We're
ground.
behind. I think Kaloni's waiting with the rest of the NPCs since she's NPC-ified right now.
All right, if Cloney's downstairs with Rufu,
So it's
Shen's
Jet,
comfortable, so Shen's gonna go up.
Jet, Shen, and Sue.
Can we have Bobo? Do you think
Oh,
she
the
would let us
little
have
bear?
Bobo? Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
Bobo can come kind of creep up after you guys on the stairs to listen in and know what's going on.
Exactly.
Perfect. So Bobo comes up with you guys, probably with you, Jet. Kind of like hops on your back and comes up and peeks over your shoulder. And Sue, I'm assuming, leads the way. Footfalls heavy on the stone. And I think every step you take in this place, you know that you're walking upon something that your father built.
I hate it.
And as he lifts you off the ground
Turn it to sand, baby.
with a piece of his history, this lighthouse, one of his accomplishments, achievements, beloved by the town.
Oh, don't say it like
They
that.
did it together.
They did it together.
It's
No,
not all
he
his.
specifically he
did the
raised the whole
island.
island and the lighthouse by himself. They just painted stuff.
Oh. Wow,
It's
Koyo
one of those group
severely overestimated her part in this endeavor.
They just made it pretty for everyone. But Baba built this. Boom, boom, boom. You all make your way up the stairs. There's a lot of stairs. There's a lighthouse. It's kind of tall. And as you get to the top, it is very, very bright in this next room at the top of the lighthouse where the light would be. And as you come up into the light room, you'll see that Baba is sitting back in a chair that he's fashioned for himself out of the earth of the lighthouse, kind of left a gouge. And he seems to be using a mechanism, kind of a simple gear mechanism, to turn a mirror, a large convex, or it would be concave in this case. Whatever, same thing. It's a big fucking, it looks like a bowl. It's half a bowl. And it's rotating around this hot fire.
Concave is inward.
Yeah, concave is like that, right? Perfect.
Yeah.
So it's a concave
would be like
mirror
away from you.
and it's, if my microphone was
Receptor would be
the
like,
fire, it's doing this, right? And it's going all the way around, and so that's shining out the light. And as you approach Sue, I think that you'll notice that the fire that's in the lighthouse there goes dim as you approach.
Okay.
So the light in here diminishes quite significantly, and he kind of stops turning the mechanism and goes, well, if it isn't your whole crew. Thought I'd just ask for that one kid, snot-nosed brat.
That's
Figured he'd
never going to
bring,
happen.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I figured he'd bring the Avatar with him, but here you are, just the three of you.
Where'd
Come
you
to see me.
find out that bit of information?
Well, it seems you just confirmed it for me yourself, didn't you?
Well, no. Why would you think that a dinosaur would be the Avatar? In all other instances, it's been a human with the spirit.
Has it? How do you know?
The histories.
Histories talk about an Avatar a long time ago.
Yeah, so why would it be different now?
What do you think happened in between all those years, huh?
Are you going to tell me?
Maybe. You guys will act like good little kitties.
You need to work on the way that you communicate to. Anyways, what did you want?
He points at you, Jet, and he says, "You tell me what to do one more time, I'm gonna throw you out this lighthouse."
So that's the point I want to add. Like, it's actually like open.
It's open, yeah.
Hey, you're not going to do that,
It's
okay?
fine. Hey, it's fine.
Nobody cares about this Avatar stuff anyways. What do you want with... Well, you actually just said that. The Avatar's down there, but, like, you didn't even make this place big enough for him to come up. And you
So he
expected
is
a little
here.
kid to bring him?
That's perfect if he's here.
Well, he's down there and you're up here with us.
So how many of the ninjas did you kill?
You think I'm in league with the ninjas?
Yep.
Well, you're right. I've been talking to them, and they know a thing or two.
And this lighthouse is their signal to come in?
You could say that.
So, when are they getting here?
Should be fairly soon, but I probably have enough time to whoop my son's ass. Probably get him to respect me a little before he shows up.
Hey, look, Zoo, he
Respect you?
acknowledged you as his son.
You can beat me as many times as you want. I'll never respect you.
Zoo, maybe we should go.
That's hard.
No. No, okay? What is this? You come here to some random village and you take care of all these people, but you can't even take care of a little kid?
There's only one thing I ever wanted in life, and that was freedom. I gave that to you from the moment you were born. Freedom to get up and walk the hell away. And you could do that right now. You can save all your friends. You can go off into the wilderness. You don't have to be here.
What about the people? You think the ninjas are just going to leave them alone?
Do you think that I asked your little boy friend to come here on his own without knowing that it would sound weird and stir up some trouble? I've known you were all after me since the minute you showed up and that guy tried to punch me in the face.
I mean, you can't really blame him. You left him.
No,
Think you should.
but I can
himself.
expect him to do it. Just like I expected you all to bring the village tonight to try and make some sort of a public claim versus my title. I didn't get to be here because I was the strongest. I got to be here because I was the smartest.
So they're going to attack the village while everyone is here?
I think you'll see what happens and how it plays out. But this was for the best.
I'm going to lean over my shoulder. You're getting all that cloney. Tell the people what he's saying.
Clone is just like, and Bobo just nods.
Zoo, anything you want to say?
Yeah, I'm sort of just like, got my fists clenched, looking down, faces like shadowed over. I turn and I walk to Kaloni.
She's
Chloe-
downstairs.
She's down-
Oh, did she just leave?
I have.
Oh,
I have
the Bobo.
Bobo.
Right,
She can see.
right. Shoot, I should have done this before. Okay, so I turn and realize, oh shit, Clooney's not here. So I pull out the ceremonial dagger that I have. I whip it at the floor, look at Bubba, and then I scramble, pick up the dagger again, and put it back away. And I go, that was supposed to be the dagger you left me, and it was going to explode into a million pieces. But you're right. I am going to walk out of here. And I turn and I start walking down.
I think the last thing you see as you turn away is he's just smirking at you. Roll me. You can roll me a harmony if you want to try and understand what he's feeling, or you can roll me. I think is it creativity for assess the situation to try and kind of like construct it from your side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Sue's not really looking for anything right now. He's just, I guess he's just trying to make a point. But if I have to do one of the two, I'll roll for assess the situation.
All right, go ahead.
That is a 6. Oblivious.
Yeah, on a 6, I think that you know that, or you I think that you would suspect that something's up.
Yeah.
Right? I think that you said it, you're like, he's a liar, you can't trust what he says, like, what's going on? And he just sat here and told you guys all this. and he hasn't really reacted. He hasn't done anything.
I know. I mean, he just said it to Sue. You know, he said he was the smartest. He doesn't necessarily believe that, but he also does kind of know that we've fallen into his trap several times. So Sue just doesn't want to say anything to him. He wants to turn around, walk down the steps, and yeah, he's got something in mind, but not up here.
Right, you start making your way down. Jen, you guys are there staring at him. He's staring at you, and you kind of, what'll it be, boys?
As soon as Zoo leaves, Shen's gonna go too.
You turn around. He looks at you, Jet. And so, you want to be thrown out the window, or?
I'm not gonna waste my breath. I'm just gonna turn and follow.
Made you talk.
It's okay though. When I'm like, it's like a spiral staircase, right? When I'm down enough of the spiral where it's like there's no way he can like see us, I want to earthbend the floor under where he's sitting.
Do you like poke him up, or do you just drop him?
No, I just want like a fucking perfect like cylinder of floor, just like flunk, just down like down the cylinder of the tower.
Not like ejector seat out.
Well, I don't want to push him up. I just want to pull him down.
Yeah, so you just want to pull him
into
down.
the tower. Yeah.
So I think you go to do this, and I think you notice immediately if you do this, it's gonna fall on the people who are at the base of the tower.
Okay, you know what? Actually,
there was a trap. There must be multiple floors, no? Or it's all just one huge cylinder? Because you said there was a trap that Jolo couldn't get through.
I think that was to exit out onto the platform with the light.
Crush everyone.
Okay, I see. That's all the way at the top of the steps.
Kill an entire village.
No. I don't want to do that.
They can't all fit in the lighthouse.
The only people in the lighthouse are Kaloni, myself, and Jolo. And I'm itching to start turning the walls to sand.
I think you
Like,
hear like a
itching.
commotion from outside at this point.
Well, I will, Charles.
Kaloni, deal with that.
All right. Can Shen just make the stairs a slide?
You just want to slide down? You can for sure do that.
At this point, yeah, I'm kind of worried about what's happening downstairs.
Yeah,
As long as Sue's like done his stuff, like when Sue's done his bit, then
fully fuck up all the stairs, just slide all the way
God.
down. Absolutely. I will say, Sue, as you're leaving, what's going on in Sue's mind? Because I want to move you one towards Care on the track.
Oh.
You did not fight Baba.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like it's like Sue's not the brightest, so his way of outsmarting, is just being like, "Oh, you didn't expect that, did you?" But are we being slid down the stairs all of a sudden? Do I even have time to really get anything?
I'm only gonna do that after you've done your bit. Like once I see you've stopped. Like if you were going to like earthbend something. But yeah. I'm assuming that would be before the commotion that's going downstairs.
Okay. Are you so are you shifting my balance at all? I don't know how to.
I am going to attempt to shift your balance to Care. You can deny a call out if you want.
I think so, because I think I do really kind of want to at least get some sort of payback on Baba.
Mm-hmm. You're just not sure what to do in this moment.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Okay, you know what? Actually, I think that dropping the cylinder down on the people below is fine as long as I call it out first. So I think I'm just gonna look down. I've got like my bender grip on the stone. I look down and I go, "I hate you, Dad!" And then I'm gonna start pulling it down, and hopefully me screaming is warning enough of the people down there, and nobody dies.
All right. So having done that, I think that no GM intervention on the scale balance.
Okay. All
You're
right.
equally cared for us right now.
Hmm.
As you pull down part of the top level of the lighthouse, as the rock falls and it goes to hit the bottom.
Oh fuck.
Rufu, you're gonna roll me a rely on your skills and training. Izuna is gonna grab Cologne there.
Ananta as well, I assume. Or is she not?
Naja is outside with the
Focus.
other airbenders.
Focus is +2. So that's a 9, sir.
Yeah, on a 9, you and Jolo kind of like swirl and get the heck out from the bottom, and a bunch of rubble lands at the bottom of the lighthouse.
Now
I
we
take
shouldn't
this as my
slide.
cue to start turning walls to sand. By the way,
Baba pokes his head into the out over the hole at the top and just goes, "Couldn't just leave it, could you?"
Just fucking flipping him the bird as I slide down the slide.
As you continue to walk away, it says, "Hey, you and Neoteric?"
Oh, the slide's already going.
Yeah, so you guys are sliding. He calls that out after you. Do you answer him?
No.
I'll tell your friend I said hi.
What is he talking about?
You guys get to the bottom. The commotion, you hear the villagers kind of like panicking.
me.
You didn't smooth the stone at all. Just put it down.
catches
With
your tail.
streaks of blood.
One person.
Streaks of blood.
You didn't have to go down on your ass.
Like bare ass
Jolo
bleeding.
Roof
Why
are
is it ass
outside the
bears?
lighthouse. You guys
My clothes got all ripped.
through the door and outside. You see the commotion that's happening. There is a small boat, like a long boat, that's being rowed and brought over to the island. There are ninjas on it. There is
That's the
one
ninjas.
raptor at the head of the boat. And you see that there is another ninja who's kind of like with the dark cowl over their face, like all of the other ones, has like a purple glow coming out where the two eyes would be. And behind them,
Not good.
in black, like molten, like it looks like black glass armor, is a rather imposing figure. Obsidian. But probably not because it's pretty fragile. But it looks like that. Probably enamel on top of some plate or something. You know what I mean? But we don't have to get into it. And they're wearing a knight's kind of like visor and helmet. The moon and stars glinting off of the black armor, making it look like a deep galaxy pool.
How far out are they?
They're like a minute.
Can I
away.
give myself a condition? Because I'm afraid.
I'll say if you give yourself that condition, you can take a +1 ongoing to react in this scene.
Just a +1?
What?
That condition is a
Lucky he gave you
-2.
anything.
But
No, I'm taking it. I'm taking it either way. I just had to ask.
Yeah, and you're not the only one. I think a couple of the villagers are like, oh my god, we gotta get out of here.
is it still low tide?
You look back, it is still low tide. It has not been that long. The water is starting to cover the sand.
You can still get across if you rush. What you guys want to do?
Run!
Yeah,
He
anyone who
betrayed
wants
you
to
to
leave,
the
leave
pirates!
now.
Run! Flee for your lives!
You start yelling that. Some of the villagers start to kind of like flee, essentially, and the top of the lighthouse explodes off. And Baba
Like,
was
just
like,
I want to
Jets?
do that.
yeah, no, it just like the rock roof explodes in all directions, and you just see Baba kind of like with his fists out, He's still clad in like that bone armor, and he puts on a helmet and then calls out to the villagers, denizens of Crescent, I've led you these years, and I have not led you wrong. This band of boys and girl who have come to our village have shown me the error of my ways. And together, we will fight back the invaders.
What? He's lying.
Come, let us work together. And you see, like the two, like Koyo's, like she seems a little bit starstruck. You guys, I think, already perceived that she kind of liked him. And the kind of like the rest of the villagers are like mumbling to each other, looking at him. And Fa raises his arm. For Crescent!
Would it be easier to defend in the village where there's walls and such?
Do you say that to anyone? Do you try and
Yeah,
start it
chance.
out?
No, I say that.
Yeah.
I like turn to.
No, this is our chance, guys. Let's get out of here.
Okon, rather the soul protector.
Izuna?
Izuna, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
she's not
thinking
cheering.
but
Her eyes locked on this black clad figure. So you start like saying this to her, and she's like, "Sorry, what? That was a loud cheer. It seems that they're all in on Baba."
isn't it easier to defend and to kind of like protect from the village, not on this open island?
Well, they have a small force.
Still more than we have here, no? Like numbers wise, how many like villagers versus? And none of them are in armor, the villagers, right?
No, they are in armor because they had come back after the hunt that day and had that. Everyone was having that meal after the daily kind of like activity, and then they all came immediately here.
Okay. I thought they would have changed into their armor before eating, but okay.
17 minus 4 is 13.
13.
So there are 13 of the villagers, plus Baba 14, plus you 5, plus
19.
Jolo.
20. Okay.
So you guys are like 20. You're like 20 people, and there is a boat with, like, essentially. Let me check my notes because you can for sure see how many there are at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of just getting in numbers.
Yeah, so they're 18, including the raptor. So there's the same. Essentially, it's a squad of ninjas like you fought at the Eastern Temple, plus that glowy-eyed ninja, plus a raptor, and plus this black-clad figure.
So 16 ninjas, the glowy-eyed ninja, the knight, and the raptor.
15, yeah, 16 ninjas, including the glowy-eyed, plus a raptor, plus the knight.
Oh, okay. So then, look, I don't know if we can count on Bubba the whole time, guys. So it looks like it's an even fight. Numbers wise, anyways.
Just trying to stay calm. Not lose my head again.
Gonna mention this to Izuna as well.
The ninjas are like pulling up to the shore at this point, so this is the last chance you have to say something to each other, or Izuna.
How far can we earthbend? Can we just like upturn the boat, or make like the side of the cliff unclimbable?
Potentially, you could like try to start doing something to it.
Boys,
Let's do it.
They were a minute away before though,
Why don't
so
we
like
just start
they're here at this point.
Throwing chunks at it, like right now.
it's already landed at this point, apparently.
Well, you can still
so why
throw
don't we start
chunks at it.
throwing
Like if there's something you want to do right now, let me know. They're about to land.
Either want to run away or throw chunks at it. Like
Yeah.
run away, leave this village, or go to the village, take what we need, and then keep going to the Spirit Council. Just like fucking peace. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But
I want to
if
say,
you guys are set on this,
hold
I'm throwing
on.
chuckles.
There's no time to really discuss at length right now, right? They were
Okay.
a minute away, like 5 minutes ago while we were talking. So essentially, like the villagers cheered to Baba's cry. The boat is about to land. They're about to like start the fight.
Okay.
Right. Shen kind of like spoke to Izuna, and you have another chance to do something. And I think everyone has a chance to do a thing before this happens.
All right, I'm going to start pushing everyone to go.
Well, I'm going to say, does everyone want to lock in on what they do?
Okay.
If the villagers
you
are
can-
staying, I wouldn't want to leave right away.
Well, don't discuss it. You're gonna
So-
think about what you want to do. You're either gonna evade and observe,
Okay.
advance and
Oh,
attack,
that,
or you're gonna
okay.
defend and maneuver.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Question though of this of setting wise, what do the majority of the villagers look like they're about to do?
They look like they're gonna attack. I think that at a quick glance, the airbenders are not leading the charge with Ananta.
They're not leading the charge,
No, they don't seem as gung ho about like we're gonna take the fight to them.
but everyone else seems to be.
Looks like it.
Okay.
Brent, I can't enter mine.
Oh no, we're
Please
not
start.
actually. We're not actually doing an exchange. I just like lock in and then I'm going to tell you that we're doing it. Do you want to lock in using the system?
Oh,
Might as
okay.
well, right?
All right, perfect. Okay.
Well, I thought that's what you're meaning because I'm like I guess I'm going to evade and observe.
Sure. All right, I initiated, so everybody should be able to lock in at this point. Oh wait,
I have to do it again, I think. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, so
I
in
have
this
to recharge
situation,
my-
what would be the
all right,
best
everybody, tell me when you're done.
Click. Where is lock in?
There it is.
Done.
Locked
Okay.
in.
Evade and observe, baby. Also locked in.
Rufu, Su, Jet, Shen. Resolve. We have 1, 2, 3 evade and observes, and 1 defend and maneuver. Amazing. Ow. So the defended maneuver is going to go first. So Shen, you tell me exactly what you want to do as you go first, as everybody else in the group kind of takes a step back.
Yeah. So I want to seize a position. I want to kind of just block their way getting up the island to give us as much time as possible.
Yes, absolutely. So I think that as you jump forward to seize the position, to be able to kind of like have the range to do that, and the territory, like control that territory up there, Baba leaps down and also seizes a position next to you, and he's essentially going to smile at you and get his weapon out and turn to the enemy and get ready to fight.
Okay.
This fucking
And
guy.
I think seizing on that lead, the villagers are also going to kind of like prep all around. They're essentially going to have like a ready mob action to go into kind of like battle swinging. And as the boat pulls up, the ninjas don't get off the boat, and the raptor kind of like stays perfectly stock still, and you hear the voice of the knight kind of ring out as they evade and observe and kind of go, "What is this? What is going on here, Baba? This is not what we agreed. Where are the villagers here?"
Do I roll for defend and maneuver, seize a position, or
No, not in this case. We're not. It's not an actual exchange. It's just like, what did you guys want to do in that last moment?
oh, so like I don't earthbend at all or anything?
Well, you earthbend yourself forward, and you kind of like seize that forward position.
Oh,
So you have like first chance to react on the next round, kind of thing.
Okay.
We're not in combat yet.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? For the evade and observe people who were kind of behind, you're left to your own devices at the back. So what do you each do with your kind of like moving away action?
Oh
God.
God.
I'm gonna try and guide Rufu away from the conflict that's about to unfold. Like I'll even just say it to like all of us that are nearby, so like Shen and Rufu and Colonia and whatnot. And I'll be like, guys, we have to get out of here. We got to make sure that Rufu and the Avatar are safe.
Shen, you see move.
Sorry, not Shen. Jet.
Yeah. I'll cover your backs, I guess.
All right.
This is fucked.
Can I like call out to other people who are nearby too?
You can. It's mostly just the villagers who are kind of like
that's
prepared
the
their
villagers.
actions, but they're facing towards their focus is that way.
Okay, so whether they hear me or not, I'm just gonna call out and say, if you follow him, he's just gonna get you all killed. And yeah, that's about it.
God dang it. I want to try and like impede them if they do hop off. So maybe like the ground underneath the ship that's like docked, just like start pushing it up so that like maybe the boat starts to tilt the other way.
You do that as you evade and observe?
Yeah, to input a, what is it called? Inflict, bolster or hinder, aid or impede a nearby character.
I'll say in this case, I don't know that you can. Maybe you can like kind of go around to flank them. But I'll say that you're not able to start bending in this moment yet. So you can kind of like go behind and around the lighthouse, so they don't kind of notice you from that angle.
I'll stay where I am then, because I don't want them to go after Rufu and Jolo. So I wouldn't want to hide. I'll just like stand there.
Yeah. Well, it's bolster or hinder, right? And hinder just you would inflict a status. Is that what it is?
Yeah. So I would make them impaired, stunned, trapped, or doomed. But if I can't bend, then I can't really do any of these.
Yeah, it's just because of the way the island is, you'd have to, like Shen, seize a new position to get close enough to really like do that kind of bending to the ship.
Okay. Oh, can I just like put up some earth in front of us so they can't like have a direct line of sight?
Sure. Anyone who tries to attack you will be impaired.
Okay, sick.
If they try to go through that wall.
Like
you have like a kind of like a waist high barricade. You like you can like duck behind it. Absolutely. So at the top of the exchange, Shen, you hear this knightly guy speak out to Baba saying this is not what he expected. And as the PC, you have first dibs on what you want to do in this situation. Are you trying to listen to him, or are you full on just going to start bending? Because I'll let you, since you jumped close, which is fairly dangerous, just go ahead and take like a turn, and then we'll head into an exchange.
I want to position myself in a way that I'm far enough away from Bubba to be able to react in case he kind of turns on us. But is there a way to stay close enough to hear the exchange?
If you're close enough to hear the exchange, you're within any sort of like action range of like Baba, like directly there.
Okay, because in that case, could I?
Otherwise, you're essentially jumping over the crowd back to your friends and away from everything.
Then I guess I'll retaliate. Like I'll kind of retaliate, take that steal myself position, and listen in.
which is the sorry, the
It's
dashboard.
still defend and maneuver.
Yeah, still defend. So you're retaliating to yourself for their blows. Each time they inflict fatigue, you initiate your balance in exchange. Inflict 1 fatigue on that foe. Perfect. Yeah. So you're ready to strike back.
But I'm trying to listen as well.
Absolutely. And so as he goes, this is not what I expected. Why are all the villagers here? Baba rushes forward, and you, because you're right there, hear him say, "You can't use me, and you won't beat us." And he crushes the front of the ship, totally smashing it on the rocks. And as he does so, all of the ninjas kind of like robots almost like raise their heads and go for their weapons. And the raptor will also kind of like get up semi-robotically and start to move forward. The knight seems very surprised from what you can tell. No roll necessary. Like they like literally like recoil like what's going on, like what's happening.
So we don't have any like height advantage on this island. It's literally just like from like the lighthouse to the shore. It's like a flat piece of land. It's not actually raised from like the beach.
It's concave.
So it's
Word of the
this.
day, baby.
Damn it, you're right. It's convex.
Okay.
It's convex. This is my thing. Is this convex or concave? Because this is the
It could be, like,
convex part,
concave,
and this
and then-
is the concave part. So technically, this is concave because
Well-
if you look at it from this way.
It's a lens. It's where you're actually getting the refraction from.
It's not
So
just
that's
lenses.
more
It's
physics
shape.
based than topographical.
What? No, concave and convex is for shapes, not just for lenses or physics.
So it's like this,
Yes.
or like this.
It's like this. It's like a big.
It's
It's,
a hill.
mound.
It's a
It's
hill.
mound
A
shaped.
mound.
Okay.
Yes. Let's use that.
What is this?
But it's a mound, and at the end of the mound, there's a little there's a little concave shape where the smoke was in. And it has now been splintered, and it's like I probably because it's splintered, you can see the front of the boat is like sliding into the water down. Does that make sense?
The whole time I thought like we had some sort of like height advantage from them. Like the beach was down here and we were like on this like cliff up here.
Mhm.
Not quite. No.
Okay.
I mean, you guys walked right up onto the island from the sand, right?
Yeah, the best for there was like a way up, kind of like pathway or something.
This is a
the
big
tide
bowl
came
pulled
up,
out of the water.
Okay.
G's giving a freaking vocab lesson in the chat. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking it was just kind of like some kind of like Giant's Causeway-esque effect. But
Wait,
alright.
am I supposed to learn from that lesson? Sorry.
No, he was explaining convex and concave.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
New word.
And now I'm never going to say those words again. Now that you said them. So it's more or less level. It's close enough to be within that close distance. So there's like they don't have to seize a position to come up. Well, I'll say that they kind of do because they have to get off the boat and like scramble up the shore a little bit. But it's not a massive difference. If anything, like they're impaired coming from there. So
Okay, and the dinosaur itself, like, what's it doing? Is it just kind of like sitting there patiently?
no, it got up with the ninjas essentially at the same time, and I think like you notice that when they all draw their weapons and get up and raise their heads, the dinosaur also gets up.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be doing much of anything. I'm kind of just going to wait and see like how everyone's going. If everyone's leaving, I kind of want to be at the rear to protect that, like their escape.
But as Baba does this, the whole village is going to do essentially their held actions, and unleash a flurry of bending at this one ship. And I think that I've been describing the villagers one by one. You have a sense of them. So it's Nalik and Zadam who are here with their big muscly bodies, channeling water all of a sudden and to attack in at this village. And they're all wearing their like scaled hide armors with bone weapons. And I think like as Nalik comes out, he has like twin like bone daggers. And he like uses them with his bending to like twine the water, which turns into these icicle. How do I like not tentacles, but like the water is like a jet, and then it turns into an icicle and like shoots forward. Yeah, Izuna's here as well, and she's a fire-bending soul protector. So immediately just bursts flame forth. There's two other builders here, so after Baba smashes the front of the boat, they smash both sides of the boat. Now it's just essentially it's like a back half of a boat and nothing at the front. The Evento Cristo, I think, all seize positions around the edges, and Ananta in particular joins the rest of you. And I think she's going to take her turn to just be like, what are we doing?
What's Rufu doing right now? That's the like most important thing to me.
Well, that depends. What's Jolo doing? I'm just saying peace, 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 peace.
Oh, you're piecing out.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
I think we have to protect the avatar.
If Jolo's not struggling with it. Also, say hello to Lou.
Hi, Lou.
Hi, dude.
Hello.
Yeah, then I'll look at her. I think we have to leave. We need to stay with Jolo.
She nods and she kind of like ushers like let's go, and looks back to see where the rest of the party is at. Then we have Steve, Greg, and Drit who all come forward, and I think that the lean Steve comes forward and gets into this like wobbly stance. And starts striking at the raptor. Then Greg comes forward.
Drunken bastard.
And he just has muscles all over his body. Wombo combos it. And then you have Drit. And I think Drit literally busts some of his clothing and essentially like takes a JoJo pose. His like pecs come out and shit, and he just like one shots the raptor right in the face, and it just collapses the head in. The raptor falls down. This is not a Avatar for kids. The ninjas wiped out, demolished. The raptor demolished. And all that's left are the glowy-eyed ninja, which is singed from Izuna's fire strike, and the black-clad armor guy who has not taken a single hit.
Fucking hell.
And now the first exchange will start.
Jeez.
All the ninjas are gone. The raptor's gone. It's just the glowy-eyed dude and the knight left.
Just the glowy-eyed dude and the knight.
Interesting.
Drit's got the grit to crit.
I'm still keeping an eye on the others. If they're all leaving, Shen's gonna kind of back them up.
I don't know that you're close enough to say, so I'm going to initiate this, and y'all can put in what you want.
I can't see them.
Are we
like,
all part of
turning
this
around
exchange?
and leaving?
You see your friends all in a group, and Ananta
Okay.
is looking at you. And I think Kaloni probably just followed her over. I don't think Kaloni would attack alone.
Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
It feels like I want to attack, but then it feels like I'm being baited into it. Like, is it this easy? Did they just show up to get obliterated? There's no way. Is Baba that strong? Impossible.
I'm locked in.
Me too. Me too.
Everybody locked in?
Oh no, hold on. I forgot. Is there? Evade and observe. I'm gone. I'm out. I'm like a freaking. I'm in the G6. I'm at 85,000.
I got 3 defended maneuvers and an evade and observe.
The opposite of last time.
Amazing. So for the defended maneuvers, whichever one of you wants to go for, maybe I think let's keep going with Shen. Shen, you're closest to the enemies, so you're defending maneuvering first. What do you do?
I'm gonna seize a new position, I guess, and go towards my friends. These villagers seem like they just literally wiped the floor with these ninja. So I'm more interested in protecting my friends and what they're about to do.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think the
So-
warrior village, as the like all of their attacks like fly past you as you're ready to like give back to the enemies, and you're just like, okay, and you jump
All
back to
right.
your friends.
So I'm basically just gonna follow them. So wherever that movement takes me.
Yeah, perfect. So you dart back to kind of like the position that they're at. So Jet, Sue, you see Shen kind of like come to you guys. What are you doing with your defended maneuvers?
I wanted to do the same thing. Seize a new position.
Same.
Oh, sorry, we're actually in combat now. Shen, you have to roll.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right.
I was more afraid someone was gonna
Who's
blow.
rolling in this game?
There's rolling.
So it's with focus, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So I got an 8.
Yep. So then you can do it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Do I have to? I mean, I guess yeah. So it's a basic move to seize a position. So I do so,
Okay. Awesome.
and I move.
All right, boys. The other two, go ahead and make your rolls.
Alrighty.
Tell me what position you're
as
trying
well.
to seize.
10 on the die.
Damn.
Plus
Damn.
0. So 10. Dang it. Well, I guess it can't get better. Oh, seize a new position. Back to
Choose 2.
back to the village for sure. And oh god, I guess retaliate. Who are we actually engaged with? Anybody?
No. You guys are like away from the fight.
I guess retaliate just in case somebody that does something during this exchange, but those 2. So I'll try to get to the village and steel myself for anyone's blows.
Right. Sue.
Yep, I make my way to the village as well. I would like to take Rufu with me, but I'm not sure what he's up to.
Yeah. So I think as everyone runs away, essentially, Rufu, are you trying to run away as well?
I thought that's what we were doing.
Okay. So then I think we're just gonna finish the exchange, and then I guess you guys are gonna try and peace out. The NPCs are gonna go next, and so the next thing that happens, I think, is going to probably cement your position. The glowy-eyed ninja is going to start to like and kind of like start contorting and shifting and growing, and all of a sudden there's what appears to be a dino man, kind of like jaws like chomping, like the black like tatters of the cow and robes like hanging off of itself. Hold on. Sorry, I think
I'm so glad we're running.
Mostly man or mostly dino? This is important.
Oh, yeah, can't hear you, my friend. Which means that we escape without a scratch.
We're gone.
Can you hear me now?
We're all
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Alright, I'm back.
Jay's like, "Ooh, good session." All right.
Wrap it up, folks. Wrap it up.
I'm restarting this thing.
Who?
What was I saying? Yeah, he's a bipedal dino. Think Doc.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The heck?
Sorry, I don't know. I was so concerned.
Think Doc.
Damn, yeah, your mic cut out again.
Oh, he's out.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
he
gone.
took Jay's advice.
Oh.
What did you do, Jay? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Come on,
Kenny.
Jay.
Freaking Kenny.
Kenny Cicero.
It's his fault. Wait.
Hello.
There
He's
you go.
back.
Hello.
You good?
I don't know what happened.
Momentarily disconnected.
Was it just me?
It's just you.
You and the
Yeah.
screen share resource.
Getting DDoSed.
Oh, no.
Maybe. No, probably not. All I know is the Vito Ninja just sent me an error and it said the pay test to reload.
Interesting.
Okay.
Not good.
No, not good, but c'est la vie. The internet really doesn't want to know about the Dino Man, Dr. Crocodile, Doc
Not
Croc.
ready for it.
Okay.
They're just not ready.
Get out of my dreams as well, please.
So he turns into this. You hear like gasps of horror from the villagers as they like go in for their attacks against him, and he starts to tank some damage. And the Black Knight will kind of look and lock eyes with Jolo. Rufu, you see this. And then makes a bending move. I think that it looks like arcane gestures. And out from the earth, as like pieces of the island like pull together, comes like the like rock, and then the exterior of the rock shell crumbles away, leaving gleaming crystal.
Ooh.
And then
Crystal bending?
bends this crystal, hops on, and essentially takes off, surfing across the water, fully bending it as like a surfboard.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
He's cool.
How? He's bending the crystal or the water?
Don't you dare.
What does it look like?
I mean, you see him like move all the rock and like essentially like almost telekinetic float a crystal board under himself. So I think he's bending the crystal.
Like Magneto stepping on a freaking metal anything. Just using
Yeah.
it so that he can fly.
Okay, so it's magnetism.
But crystal, it just
Crystal magnetism?
Yeah, crystallism. All right, cool. Got a flying dude.
yeah. Well, I'm piecing. Like I thought, evading and observing was the most piecing option that there could be, but apparently it was defending and maneuvering. That was my
It was
mistake.
defending
It was
and maneuvering. You gotta read. You gotta
Just
read what it
seize the
says.
position and leave.
Move your body out of the way.
I'm out. But if
but yeah.
if you'll allow me, because I did evade and observe. I would like to. I could either test their balance or I could hinder them, but I don't know if this is the appropriate term for me to do so. Probably try and hinder him, honestly.
Do you want to try and hinder him? You're actually,
I think
because
so.
you didn't seize a position before, so you're too far to hinder him. But you could try and seize a new position.
Well, I'm not seizing
Right,
a position
he's-
because I'm evading and
he's-
observing, right?
Yeah, so you can't
I'm-
seize a position, so you're too far. You won't be able to affect him. He's also
Right.
seizing a new position.
But I can't seize the position. That's not an option for me.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You can't do it.
Oh, okay.
But he can't hinder by like
But
making the water by like just like causing a disruption in the path of the crystal.
He's too far to be bending like that in front of this guy. And this guy
Why like launching a
himself
rock
just sees
like
the
in his path or something?
Throw a boulder.
I'm sorry, I'm just confused.
Uh,
Have I already run across the shallow water of low tide?
no. Okay, let's go back a step. The exchange is still happening. People defended in blah 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 blah. They defended and maneuvered, right?
Right.
He's also defending and maneuvering, so he seizes a position first. The NPC crocodile
closer.
man now is attacking, right? So all of the attacks from the NPCs all happen. I'm not going to go through and describe them all, but essentially this one dino man who has like evolved in front of you starts fighting all the villagers and taking it.
Okay.
Yeah, and you probably like Fa like goes down, like falls off to the side, like clutching a wound. So you see all this happen. Now evade and observe comes around. So you are able to test balance, bolster or hinder, or commit. Because he was already a full position away from you, and now he's moved 2 full positions away from you, he's too far for you to hinder him.
Wait, he's not coming closer to Jolo?
No.
He's leaving?
He's going the opposite way. He's going like back towards the sea.
Oh, open water. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was coming towards Jolo after having like eye contact with him.
No, he locked eyes and left.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should probably
That's
say
where
that
I'm
a little more
confused
clearly.
as well.
So he's going
Yeah,
north.
I thought he was coming towards us after that. I was like, okay, well, in that case.
Can I bolster one of my friends then?
Sure.
That is what I will try to do. What am I going to do to bolster them? I'm going to put a little sand in their boots as they're running by, and I'll just help them a little, make their feet a little lighter. If I may.
Filling it with batter.
The sand weighting it down.
Because I'm using sand. I'm using sandbedding to lift your feet gently. No, that's ridiculous. I'm just gonna yell, "Run like the wind!" as I charge down on Jolo, trying to force Jolo to go and run in our direction towards the village.
Absolutely. What do you do in particular
To do so,
make Jolo do this?
I'm just begging him. I'm in his ear. Come on, buddy, please. Come on, let's go. We gotta go to the village. We're not ready for this yet. You gotta get your bending down. It's not the time to go. Let's go. Come on.
What'd you roll?
And I'm rolling with creativity, which means I
Or
get
harmony.
No, that's only a +1. So that's an 8.
Yep, that's a hit. So you bolster him. Yeah, I'll say he can be. He's not ready to stand for something. He is maybe prepared for what's coming. He knows what's up, and he's going to attempt to get you as fast away from that situation as possible. At this point, I think you're all clear of the combat, so we're going to move away from the exchanges as you guys are leaving the area, and the villagers continue to fight this monster on the island.
Damn.
And I think you hear Baba's voice in the thick of it as he helps them fight this thing.
Maybe he wasn't lying.
It's not worth the risk, I think. They're after Jolo.
He seemed to not. I mean, like again, I might have misheard this, but while I was there, he seemed to say that he didn't want to get used by them either. So maybe he is getting a little better. You're
Oh,
muted.
you're muted, my friend.
Well, sorry. Well, he is protecting his own, and he can do just that. He made it very clear.
Then let's protect our own as well and get you guys out of here.
I think Ananta like pats you on the back, Sue, and like gives you like big sad eyes.
Yeah. I look at her, I'm like little tears welling up. I really wanted to punch him in the face. Again.
I bet if Cloney was here, Cloney would be like, "We'll punch him next time."
She can say that.
That's the spirit going.
Screw that guy.
Thanks, champ.
Amazing, and you guys head off towards the village. And as you make your way there, an orange glow greets you
Like from the village.
from the village. And as you get closer,
Fire.
it's on fire.
No.
Oh, no.
The waterbenders aren't there. Guys, we are also earthbenders. Sand can help.
Man,
We could
just
choke
like
out
I
the
did
fires.
in the first village before. We just
I only do rocks and boulders, guys. I don't make sand.
Dirt.
Oh, I know dirt.
There you go.
No, he's Drit. This is dirt.
It's 30 Drit.
We should be joking. The village is on fire. Oh, God!
We're joking as we're running.
Joking as you're running. And then I think that the jokes probably cease as you get a little bit closer, and the village it's in ruins. The forge is what caught the rest of the village on fire. It's smoldering, mostly burned away. I think that because the roof has caved and burned away quite a bit, you see like the face of Korra dark and like shiny and like bronzish, like but blackened from all the flames in the light of that fire. The bodies of Malo and Yang are just here, like near the forge. Kurna the hunter is wounded and like up against one of the shacks, and seems to be alive. And the other person,
The soul protector, Akonis.
Okuno is not. You don't see Okuno anywhere. And Darmuk was the fisherman, and Darmuk is also not here.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the Neoterics and see if they're actually still alive.
Yeah, they're fully dead.
Oh,
You take a look at them. They've been slashed, and I think that you immediately notice that these are claw marks. Anybody can roll me and assess the situation to figure out like what exactly did this. Otherwise, you think it's probably a dinosaur.
yeah. I mean, I'm right there. So
Can I just be focusing on trying to put out some of the flames?
Absolutely.
Sue doesn't have any. He doesn't know anything about that. So
Go ahead and roll me. You can roll me. You can
Skills
roll
and
me a
training?
rely on your skills and training, which is focus, or you can roll me a creativity to try and find ways to like put out the fires.
okay. Pretty good.
Rufu will
skills
do
and
the same.
training. Yeah, I
so
got a
same
9.
rolls. 9 on the rely and skills and training. Yeah, you put out a good amount of fires in like the main area where you guys like first come in. Immediately, just essentially like flipping the earth over so that like small patches of land and stuff are so you guys are not in danger in the immediate area.
Okay.
So
It's another 8 for me, and I'm gonna try and use the sand that I collected from the lighthouse.
Sure. So you use the sand that you have at your disposal. Again, that's enough to kind of like do another area, kind of like further into the village. That's where you find Darmuk. Darmok is dead, kind of like burnt just to a crisp, essentially, like near where the center of that blaze was. The chickens are okay though. The rabbit chickens in the coop in the middle. I think
I'm gonna set them free.
yeah, they're squawking like crazy. So you open it, they immediately burst out in a bunch of like feathers.
Can I grab one?
You can grab one.
Yeah, I'll grab one.
All right, I
Gotta buy the ears.
12 on
It
the
starts to
assists.
attack you with all of its might. It'll cost you 1 fatigue to essentially hold on to this thing. Otherwise, you have to let it go.
I won't. I'll just fucking I'll just let it go.
Yeah. And then you just throw it, and it goes crazy. It runs right into the river.
I got a 12 on the assist situation for seeing what happened.
Yeah, on a 12, you know that this is a raptor. The teeth marks are the right size. The kind of like that hook claw, you could tell like that mark anywhere. At this point, you've been through a few raptor situations. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna let them know like there's a raptor nearby. It's the only thing that can leave marks like this that we've seen. Is Corona okay? The hunter? Did you, Colony Nutta, can you help him out, please?
Yeah, Kaloni probably rushed right to him right away and is like easing. He's like breathing a little bit easier now. Jet, what did you say you were doing?
I also wanted to assess. But can I assess like where the raptor might be?
Yeah.
So I got a 4 + 4 + 1, so 9.
You lock eyes with the raptor. It's on the other side of some flames, on the other side of the kind of like that semicircle of town. And it's just looking at you. And I think that you see Akuno behind it. It's kind of like one of those like the raptor's in focus and behind is fuzzy, and then it switches focus. And you see him like unsteadily on his feet, kind of like ready to fight it. And then it starts to turn its attention from you and turns towards him.
Hey! And I'll just start to run towards it.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you like move closer to it, it kind of like turns its attention back to you.
Fight me! Forget him! Come on! And like throw like whatever dirt I can at it, like stones.
As you do so, it fully turns its attention to you. And we're going to hop into another exchange. And this time, Jet and Shen are close to the raptor. I think, Sue, you didn't really go anywhere either, right? So you're right there.
Mhm.
And Rufu wasn't that far. So everybody is right next to the raptor as it comes forward.
Yeah, I'll look over at the commotion as Jet starts screaming. What's going on?
Raptor! Raptor!
Raptor noises. Caw, caw, caw. Caw. Wish I had a sound button. All right, you guys ready?
No. No.
I'm ready. Oh, no, I'm not ready.
I can't lock.
I just said it for no fucking reason. Shit. Okay.
All right, so we gotta lock in
I'm ready.
combat.
Go. Ready.
Ready.
Lock
Yeah,
in.
baby.
Bonesaw is ready.
All right.
Wait,
Who is first? Defended maneuver.
Defend and maneuver. I mean, Jet's already like started running towards it. And I don't want it to like rush out. I've seen how fast these things can be, so I want to put myself. I've got to roll first, but I'll just say what I want to do. I'm going to try and put myself in a position where like I will be in the way if it tries to go for somebody else. So any of the wounded that are nearby, I'll try and stand in front. I got a 13, by the way. So I will seize a position and ready myself.
Okay. That's going to be Rufo and Jolo.
Yes.
I'm going to summon my glass disc. Bring that up from the sand that's around me and in my hair and on my person. And I believe I can still do one of these things. I think that's what I didn't do last time. Is I can still do a no. That's all I can do. I summon it.
All right. The glass disc forms, and you have your weapon at the ready. Jet. From who?
I mean, I'm going for a freaking 12 over here. I'm hoping. I'll roll first, because, you know. But I'm effectively just throwing everything at it with the kitchen sink. That's a 4. That's a 4. 8 plus 1 is 9. Hey, another 4 and 4. But it's not a 10, unfortunately. I'm going to just throw as much fucking dirt, rocks, pieces of boulder, stuff that's on whatever I can grab, and try and disorient. Pummel and engage foe with quick blows. Mark 1 fatigue to shift their balance away from center. So I will do that.
Ooh. Okay.
Go see your sister. Go.
All right, perfect. So you shift their balance.
Does he give any hints? Or I guess I would have had to choose, like, see what his balance is. But I'm curious.
Yeah, test balance to see what
Okay.
would come up. In this case, you start to do that. I think you see a flicker in its behavior, but you've affected it, but you don't quite know how. But now it's the raptor's turn. As the raptor comes forward, I think Sue, you're the closest one to it who sees the position, kind of like right next to it, right in front of it, really. And it's going to lash out.
Okay.
So it's going to lash out, and it's going to mark fatigue, and then it's going to attempt to hit you twice.
Dax.
Okay. That's 1 is a hit, and 2 is a miss. And then, so that's 2 fatigue on you.
Okay.
You
Ouch.
said you have retaliate on, so does it take 2 fatigue as well?
Let me just double check. Inflict 1 fatigue on that foe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so each time a foe inflicts fatigue. So does that count for both in one instance?
But it's 1 hit dealing 2.
Yeah.
So I
one
don't know. Is
Yeah,
it each instance of getting hit, or is it each time 1 fatigue is marked, it's a fatigue?
That's each instance of getting hit. So you would have been able to mark 2 on it, even though it would have marked 4 for you. But now you mark 1, even though it marked 2 on you.
Yeah, so I inflict 1 fatigue.
Perfect. So you inflict additional fatigue on it, and then with its next action, it goes to bite you. It's going to hit. So with the bite, it lashes onto you, does
Oh, crap.
another fatigue, and you cannot use defended maneuver.
Okay.
And it can use one more than it's so that's it for this turn.
Does it take another fatigue?
Technically, yes, because
Yeah,
you're retaliating. Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm like punching it in the throat. In the throat.
Exactly. Or maybe
Spot he can
this time
reach.
you're able to get the rocks in as it's biting down on you.
Nah.
You're used to this situation.
Got experience.
Amazing. We're gonna jump right into the next exchange already.
Mhm.
I've
Wait,
initiated.
what?
Go
I
ahead
didn't
and
do
lock
my
in.
evade and observe.
Oh,
Oh, what?
Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mayday.
I was talking
Wait,
before I
my
looked back at my
turn.
other tab. What do you do? What do you do on
My
your evade and
turn.
observe? I'm sorry.
I want to use. Well, I have to roll to make sure to see what I can actually do. Okay, that's a 10, so I can do this. I'm going to use metal bindings. So taking
Okay.
from the forge, that's the metal that's there. I'm going to go and wrap up the limbs of the raptor, causing it to become impaired, and they can't remove that unless they can metal bend. And while we're engaged with them, we're favored.
Okay, nice.
So for those at home, favored are you're buoyed by circumstance. Choose an additional basic or master technique in the next exchange, even on a miss. And they're impaired, so they mark 1 fatigue or take -2 to all physical actions, and choose 1 fewer technique. Or actually, no, choose 1 fewer technique for NPCs. So they don't mark a fatigue or take -2. It's just 1 less action, 1 less technique. So yeah, that's me. Now we can go on to the next exchange.
My B. Yeah, so now the raptor is impaired. This does change things a little bit. So as the bindings kind of like go onto this raptor, and you see it kind of like rear back and attempt to kind of attack again, you hear a female voice. Hanson, come here. And the raptor will perk its head and run over
How?
past Akuno.
what?
Its
Whose
legs
voice
are bound.
do I recognize
The-
the voice?
Metal bindings flare like a bright color and then instantly cool and then break.
Damn. Well,
It's Mayu's voice.
It's Mayu's voice.
Of course, it's my.
And there's Mayu riding another raptor that has armor. And
boy.
she's also wearing the black glass-like obsidian armor. And she has her knight's visor up as she looks at you.
Jet, you didn't say that she was a firebender.
She never showed me. She never told me.
Wouldn't do to lose my raptor to you lot.
Well,
Take care.
looks like you already have one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you as you looks like it, you already have one. She gives you a wink.
Wait.
And-
Oh, I guess it's too late. You can't mark
she
1 fatigue to
summons-
block the Caesar position.
Oh. Can we?
You want to do what now?
Because the raptor went away, right? So I assume he sees
Yeah.
the
Using a
position.
position.
And if you mark 1 fatigue,
This is I didn't start a new exchange because I altered what they were going to do
Okay.
next. So if you attack it, then we can immediately start an exchange.
Well, we got to decide, right? Okay.
I mean, I was like, I think we're pretty much engaged with it. What do you think? Or what are you doing, Zoo? Because you're in front of me.
Yeah, I'm right in front of it. I mean, I'm expecting to fight it. So, I was under the impression that it was like lockjawed on me.
It was grappling you, and it let go to go do
Oh.
this.
Okay.
So you didn't say
But-
anything. I'm like, okay, so
Back
now
him
you're
up.
No,
free.
yeah, I didn't.
It
I
goes
didn't
away.
hear that it like let go. But then you started describing that it was leaving off the exchange, so I wasn't sure if I could do anything if we were still in an exchange. But I would have
Do you guys wanna keep
liked to have
fighting?
tried to stop it from running. Like if it's within that range and I've got it on like my rock shoulder, maybe I can like grab its neck and try and like neck lock it.
All right. Then instead of, so essentially you hear the voice call out Hansen, and it cocks its head. And I think we're gonna go right into the exchange there. So everybody get ready. Hold on. We're gonna reinitiate because I fucked up the other one.
Yeah, sorry about that.
All right. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I think I've already locked it.
Lock in. Done.
'Cause I clicked it, but you never know.
You might have to click it again. I cleared out what was there.
Okay.
Block it.
Locked in again.
Okay,
Locked
okay,
in, bro.
Yeah.
Sue. Where's Rufu?
Oh yeah, I didn't lock in.
I love the way he says that.
Okay, I can lock it
Oh,
again.
Yeah.
The Raptor is first with a defend and maneuver.
Bollocks.
You knew it was doing
Yeah,
that.
but
I know I can't
We can
defend his
still
maneuver,
mark-
so
you can still mark a fatigue
I can.
to stop it from taking
That I
position.
can.
If it makes the roll, maybe it fails the roll.
Is that how it works?
makes
And
the
also he
roll.
has to make the roll. That's true. Oh, well, there you go. So,
If Zoo doesn't immediately do it,
Well-
I'm right behind him. Oh,
Do I get to know if it succeeded or failed?
yeah, he said.
Oh my god, what am I deaf or
it's-
Oh, the
something?
Raptor.
Okay.
Are you not listening to me? Do I have to talk louder?
I'm trying.
Here, I'll turn up my volume. How's that? Is that better?
Nothing's changed, but it's
Yeah.
fine.
It's always
I'm
fine.
listening now. Yes, I use a fatigue to my chagrin.
Amazing. So you mark another fatigue to block it. So
Yeah,
tell
get
me
it on.
what you do to block this Raptor.
Okay, so it's got its like mouth on my shoulder, you know, like we're reliving them. I love that you brought that up, by the way. So now I'm just stealing it. But yeah, it's like locked on my rock shoulder, and I just want to like, scoop its head under my arm and like force its jaw to like open wider and like bite down on the rock. And I'm like confident enough the rock won't break.
And indeed it does not, as you prevent it from moving. And then we have Jet, Rufu, who are going to advance and attack.
Just question: is Mayu like in the scene in the exchange?
Her voice just called out Hansen. So I think I think she's not quite in the exchange. She's like a little bit away.
For sure.
So,
But if you want to like go to her voice, you can.
Nah, not gonna deal with like this thing's on freaking Zoo. I already saw him destroyed by another one.
to run off.
It would. Oh, the metal bindings are still off.
Okay, they're still off. Okay.
I'm going to try and pressure.
That's essentially Mayu's move for this exchange.
Oh, fuck. That's a 6. Oh no, I can't do anything. Never mind.
Isn't it? You can pay a fatigue to do at least one
thought-
basic technique,
I
right?
thought I remembered that.
On
I
a
didn't
miss,
see-
you stumble, but can shift your balance away from
shift
center
my- fuck
to use
yeah.
one basic.
Shift my balance towards action. Obviously, I don't think it needs explaining. To use one basic technique, so I will pressure, and I will make it so that he can't. Is it defend and maneuver, or is it specifically one of the 3? Defend and maneuver.
It's an approach, so defend and maneuver is an approach.
Sick. This guy can't defend and maneuver. He's not going anywhere.
All right, yeah, you
So,
get
like,
behind the
earth
Raptor.
around his legs. I can't fucking bend metal, but I can bend dirt. compacted around his freaking ankles.
This raptor, it's not looking good for this raptor to get away. I'll say that much. Amazing. Rufu and Jolo?
Yeah, so we are, because we're favored, we get to use we get to use one mastered and one basic maneuver, basically.
We're no longer favored because Mayu broke the metal bindings on the raptor.
Yeah, she's essentially
I'm
using
actually
her legendary action to butt in and do that.
Actually, as a part of my glass disc, as long as at the end of this exchange I pay fatigue, I get favored as long as it's up.
Okay.
So I'm favored anyway.
Cool.
So I will use strike as my basic attack, my basic technique, and then I will use my tag team, which is mastered. So I get to double any fatigue condition or balance shifts that an ally inflicts upon the foe. And I will choose Jolo for that, as I often do. And now I'm going to roll with passion for my strike. And that is very nice. So 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 1 is 11.
My gosh.
God dang.
Well done.
Wait,
So
what are
I'm
you
at the end
rolling?
of this.
11 damage? Is this D&D?
No,
Dead.
I rolled 11 for my
It's to
for my
succeed in the
my
strike.
advance and attack.
I know. Gosh.
Succeed.
I'm hitting with a great sword, so I'm rolling 2d6s. Or a maul.
Amazing. So how much is this raptor
Maul.
taking overall? You got to tell me.
Oh, he's only taking so he takes 2 fatigue, or marks a condition, or shifts their balance from center. Or no. So I'm gonna mark a fatigue, so I force them to mark 2 fatigues instead.
I see. Okay.
And then, yeah, I don't know what Jolo's going to do, but I am going to tag team with Jolo, which allows me to double any of the conditions, fatigue, or balance shifts that Jolo inflicts.
Ooh. Then yeah, you take it out.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Cool.
So dealing 4
not
fatigue,
getting
you
a
come
raptor.
in and
Incredible.
dust off the rest of its fatigue, and you see the fear in its eyes as it takes its condition and then cannot take any more, and succumbs to your assault.
Got him.
And you hear kind of like a you had to get my raptor, didn't you? Do you kill the raptor, or do you just kind of like knock it out?
No. Knock it out.
I figured as much. But yeah, it goes down all the same. And I think the smoke that's obscuring Mayu kind of clears enough for you to see her.
Can I use my evade and observe now to test her balance?
Oh. I'm also evading and observing.
Right, go ahead.
All right, come on, dice.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
a
that was
10.
loud. I got a 4.
That's rough, buddy. Do you
That
shift
is
your balance to try and do something?
What?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Think about
I'm
it.
forgetting how this works. So why do I have to shift my
You
balance?
can shift your balance away from center and still use one basic technique. Think about that.
Oh.
Shen, what are you doing?
Testing her balance.
So you test her balance. So mark of fatigue to challenge an engaged foe's balance. Ask what their principle is.
However,
They must
evading and
answer it
observing clears the fatigue, so yeah. At this point, what exactly are you planning to achieve with this group? Like, what are you doing with them?
The raptor like rears, kind of like as she's on it, and gets ready to leave. That she looks at you and says, "I'm doing this because I have to. I'm doing this because it is a mercy to all of you." And this is what the nameless command.
In
Mercy.
Okay. So, does that tell me what principle is?
I think her. You're catching me off guard because I didn't write down her principle. I haven't actually made her stat sheet.
We can get back to that then.
I made the people you're supposed to be fighting, but essentially her principle is fear.
Interesting.
Is that something we can choose?
Fear.
It is not. You guys are heroes. She's an NPC. NPCs only have one, by the way, right? They have a principle that they move towards, and then it moves them out of the scene once they hit it.
And fear, like she gets more afraid, or
She becomes more afraid as she moves more towards fear.
Okay, gotcha.
And less afraid as she
And
induces
Shen
fear
gets
on
a
others.
like a. That's what like
When
bounce
she
does.
says it's a mercy for you and that she is commanded to do so, you get the sense that she feels like whatever she's dealing with is way worse than what's happening to you right now.
So I'm gonna just flat out ask, what are you so afraid of?
As you say that, she'll leave. She'll straight up leave.
Okay.
She's like breakneck speed fast, eh? On a raptor.
Yeah, she's on a raptor, so she fucking starts fucking raptoring out of there.
All right. Go to Akuno and make sure he's all right, because that guy was teetering before.
Yeah, he's on like one knee, like still panting. You like come see him, and he's like, I didn't even see her there. She was just surrounded in smoke.
It's all right. Let's just make sure that you're all right first, and we'll figure everything out after.
He like grabs you, Shen, and looks you in the eye, and he's like, she was probably just watching. It's the whole village. And he like collapses a little. He's like he's bone tired.
Come on,
Yep.
let's get you patched up, and I'm gonna kind of like help him.
Yeah, and you help him. You help him up. I'm gonna say we're gonna speed up time a little bit as you. I think that you guys would probably put out the fires in the village.
Yeah.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna make you guys roll for that. Maybe can everybody roll me 2d6? We're just gonna do a flat luck check, as they call it.
Okay.
So there's 4 of you rolling. No, I'll roll.
Box cards.
7.
9.
2 6s.
Dang.
That's Spider
I'll-
Snake Eyes.
Box cards?
Luck check with
Lucky.
that luck. Whew.
Mad luck.
All right. Well, Joel rolled a 10. So on a boxcars, a 10 and a 9. I think that you guys do pretty well in stopping all the fires. You save most people's personal effects, and you notice on the boxcars that the food provisions that they had been stocking up are gone.
but not burnt, but taken.
It looks like they've been taken. And in like that area of the village where they were, there's pretty much no fire. Like it was purposely avoided. So this wasn't just an attack. It looks like this was a robbery. It was a
We gotta
raid.
get out of here.
Jet,
They're gonna point the finger at us.
your sister's a monster. She took all the food.
No, she's not a monster. Calling her a monster would give her an out. She's still a human. She's just evil.
I don't even. I mean, I don't know her from what has happened to you, Jet, but she was afraid. Something is telling her what to do, and she doesn't want, or them, whatever it happens to be.
We're all
There's a larger
afraid.
force at play here.
She was staring down the eyes of a raptor after just recovering from another dinosaur attack. I'm sure he was afraid, but he didn't watch a whole village get killed. When my parents left, our house was on fire, and I thought it was someone else. But if she can firebend, I don't know if that was just her trying to cover up her tracks. I don't even know who this woman is anymore. But she's not my sister.
Well, we can find out. I don't think it's the last we've seen of her, in any case.
For her sake, I hope it is.
I go up to you, Jet, put my hand on your shoulder, and I go, sounds like you owe her a boulder.
I start like crying because you remind me that I killed just
Take my hand off.
What did you do?
I'm gonna go make sure that not all the food got stolen. Just walk
Can
away
I
from Jet. Sorry, buddy.
Can I go to the gates like closest to the lighthouse? Like, is anybody coming back?
Yes. After some time, after you guys have kind of put the fires out, Jet cries for a while, and
With my
none of
tears.
you attempt to help him.
Well, I mean, if
cologne
if
when you
we're
need it.
time skipping, I'm gonna go
Cologne.
help him. But like,
Yeah, I'm trying to move time a little bit
Yeah,
forward.
yeah,
So
yeah,
as
it's
time moves a little bit forward,
Shen would have gone and seen to Jet.
you comfort him a little bit. If you
Tried.
want to guide and comfort, you know what to roll.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and do so. So the villagers will kind of come back, and
All right.
they're coming back limping. It seems that whatever this thing was, Rufu, it was
Sorry, that's a
tough,
miss.
and it took them long enough that like they're half an hour after you guys to the village, so you've had time to like put out these fires and like have a good cry, and then only then do they start showing up.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, and then, don't forget
well-
though, there's an hour between the village and the island, right? So it's like you have to walk for a while. So it's like they probably like they beat it within like a half hour or maybe less of
And
you
it's
guys
been like an
leaving.
hour and a half.
That's it. They've been walking for the rest of the time, but it's like as they're coming up to the village, they're like limping and like they're carrying some of the other members and like helping each other up this walk.
I would go to the guys like as soon as I see them like on the horizon, see survivors before being able to really discern which side it's on. I think I would go back to the group and say like, hey, we need to start walking. Like we need to get out of here. Like there's people coming back, and I don't want to be here with Joe when they get back. We did what we can. Like we should go.
Sure.
Yeah.
I got a 3 on the guide and comfort. Sorry, Jet. Chen's not useful in this scenario. Well, look, we don't have. We didn't really get anything that we came for, but hopefully some closure, Zoo.
Part of me doesn't even want to know.
Now's not the
So-
time. We need to go. Say your piece with this place. Come on, Joe. Saddle up.
Joe looks sad.
Wait, what is it?
He liked these people. I think you can tell. And he's sad. Like there's dead people here. People got hurt again. After the Eastern Temple, we came back here, and it's happened again.
These they helped us, regardless of what Bubba meant in the first place. They protected us from the ninjas and
They
themselves.
protected
Obviously,
themselves.
they could have just given us over. From what the knight said, the deal was to give over you two, but they have. That's all I'm saying. They seem to have sided with us.
So Ananta kind of looks at you guys. Are we leaving or are we staying?
I want to leave.
She looks over to the fisherman and says, he's stable enough for now. He'll be okay.
Wait, the fisherman's alive? I thought Daramac was gone, and it was the hunter that was still like okay, and Soul Protector.
You're absolutely right. I mixed up the
Okay,
names.
cool.
Kurna is the alive one. Darmok is the dead one. Kurna is
He
the
was like
hunter.
burnt to a crisp, but still alive. The poor man.
Their healing powers are so good. Nope, they're not that good.
All right. Are they? Is one of them still conscious?
No, I think at this point, like Akuno probably is like sleeping. It's like
And the hunter?
The hunter as well.
Corona, as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and Jet, what do you think?
Let's just go. There's nothing for us here. All we do is cause trouble.
I just have one thing I want to do quick. You guys can start. I'll be there in like a couple minutes.
The forge has some like papers and stuff, right?
Not anymore. It doesn't.
Right. Nothing survived.
You can go take a look.
'Cause, like, I want to like see what survived, and also like see if there's anything that I can use to like write under something.
Yeah. You can roll me. Go ahead and roll with creativity.
Okay. That's an 8.
On an 8, I think that you look through and there's no papers, no journal that you can take, no utensils really, but you can grab like a piece of charcoal and there is like boards of wood and stuff. So if you want to write on something, you can.
Okay. I'll just leave a quick note saying that they're okay. We're leaving as to not bring any more trouble upon the village. And thanks.
Wherever you leave that, Shen, I'm going to ask Kaloni for the bone-toothed dagger.
So she'll
And
give
I'm
it
just-
to you.
Yeah, and
Probably.
I mean, how dense is this thing? Can I just like break? Can I smash it? I just want to like leave the shards by the note.
It's pretty well made. Like it's the tooth that pierced your rock, right?
No, I know, and it had like because it was left for Zoo, he doesn't want it. So he wants to just like maybe break the tip off of it or something, just to show that like he's made a change to it.
Sure.
Probably
Roll me a rely on your
Urban
skills and
somehow.
roll me a push your luck.
Push my luck. Okay.
But just as a kind of, I'll leave the note by like wherever we set up Corona
Yeah,
and
because the villagers are almost here.
Uno.
So you either
12.
have time to do this or you really don't.
I got a 12. Absolute success.
On a 12, you
Dang.
break the tooth open, and inside the tooth, there is a kind of like spiritual energy that kind of like leaks out.
Can I see it?
And you can see it. It's like dripping out of
Oh.
like the cracked tooth. Like you've like messed with it, like the integrity of this tooth.
Okay. I think that's like I've never had like a spiritual moment, or Zoo has never had a spiritual moment like that before. So maybe he's a little bit like, what the heck? It just seems like there's always like, he like literally never expects anything that Bubba does. So I think, he's made his point. So he leaves it. He like hangs it on the board with the note. And I think he's going to like look back, maybe like stall for just like a few seconds, as like maybe to see if he can tell which of the people are returning to the village, because it was a little bit vague.
Yeah. I think you notice it's not Baba.
Okay, but yeah, so I mean, he looks, and when he notices somebody who isn't Baba, he like quickly looks away, like he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to know, and he just joins up with his friends. That'll be the end of that.
All right. Does everyone leave?
Yeah, if everyone's walking out.
And then our companions, you make your way. Where? Where are you going?
Just about to freaking
West.
ask. Five will go
Towards the spirit, following the map that we have to the best of our ability, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Could probably stop and discuss about it like after we've gotten away from the
A
village.
bit further on.
Sure. And I think that you guys make your way for a little while, get back into that tall grass, heading west, so it's not forested this way. Let's zoom out of the map for a minute. As you head west, you'll eventually reach the shoreline. Now, maybe we can speed up time until you kind of like get around that area.
Go up northwest.
Sure. So you kind of start curving your way upwards, but it takes quite a while to get there. And as you guys are on the road, do you discuss anything? Is there anything else you would like to do as you begin this next leg of your journey? Because I think I might want to end the session here before we get into any new hijinks.
So then just kind of discuss the next steps. That was kind of our pit stop and to gather stuff, but that didn't seem to work out. So we'll survive on off the land what we can find.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you had taken a few supplies, hadn't you?
We hadn't managed to get the food because that was going to be at the market day. And that didn't actually happen. The other supplies, there weren't that much.
It's time to hunt.
I did get some drink. Jet wants like a recap of like what's so important about the place that we're going. Like now with this new knowledge that we have and the new experiences, like how important is it that we go there instantly?
I think it might be a step in.
I think I'll intercede
Joe's
with a few things. So now you know there's the Avatar. Rufu and Jolo originally wanted to go because that's where they would learn of news of their mother. Kaine asked you guys to go there because she had a premonition / vision of all of you working together to go. The orphan kid was sent there, Bayan. So he was sent there after being attended to medically at the Eastern Temple, and they rushed him there to the spirits in case that they would be able to help him.
On Ananta's sky bison, so
So Ananta needs to get there too. And then there's a... Well, I think that's it for what you guys know right now. Well, there's a few reasons to head that way.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It seems to. I think we're gonna get some more answers there at the very
It's
least.
also... Yeah, it's also, I think, like where all the threads of the tribes and the spirit, like this is where like powerful people would be. This is where decision makers would be. And I think that that's something that maybe you guys have been experiencing, is that all of these isolated places kind of, there's no one there who can really lead the charge in any significant way, who can unite people. And it's a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
So, if you guys wanted to pop anywhere else before, we could, but I don't know if there's many places to stop off.
No, Zoo
You
wouldn't
want to
know of
see the
any.
abandoned city, but it's dangerous.
I just want to know what the hell's going on with these ninjas.
Yeah.
So I think best answers we'll get will definitely probably be there. No one we've met so far seems to have any idea other than the cloaked individuals themselves, and even then, they're not one to answer.
Well,
Or
figure out next time, I suppose.
Michael
that's
Sarah,
weeks
like,
of travel.
head down, walk towards.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty somber right now.
And I think so you guys talk about your destination and why. And as you leave, one last thing before we end off the session. I think you get a few hours away. The day is wearing on. And as you look back, a large crystal castle sits in the direction of where the town perhaps used to be. And that's all for this session of Avatar Age of
Brown, I'm
Dawn.
depressed.
Thanks for watching, folks. I broke everyone's heart tonight.
Oh gosh.
Christ.
All the villagers.
I just want to say, if
The
Baba
god.
was like a regular human being and like fucking sat down to speak with people for 2 seconds, none of this would have happened. That's my headcanon.
He was literally sitting there talking to you.
No.
Not like a
But
normal
that was
human
what
being.
led up to it, though, because he didn't even tell his own villagers to like help fight this foe that he was gonna turn on. Like, anyways, Baba is, yeah, what a guy.
Got some questions on his leadership decisions.
Crystal.
Being as young as we are, we know everything there is about the world. We know how to lead villages.
Of course,
At least
not.
you think you do. How about them growth and advancements, huh? Forgot to do it on stream last time. We can do it this time.
Oh, let's do it.
Did you learn
Yippee.
something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world?
Did we?
It's a good question.
Did we know about the nameless one and like? I don't think I don't remember hearing of that.
I don't know.
Something called the Nameless One has never been mentioned.
Okay.
The Nameless was the name of the group that Mayu was part of, and you guys had found that out. They were the group without a name, and so people call them the Nameless. She referenced the Nameless One.
Nameless one, and he
Gotcha.
commanded her to do things. So there's someone pulling the strings.
So no new information, I guess.
The fuck?
I'd say it's challenging, exciting, or complicated. It's complicated.
It's interesting.
It's exciting. There's crystal bending.
Yeah, that's true.
Good, excited. Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
I don't want to say yes to that.
No.
Feel awful if we did.
Did you stop the Baba threat? Or was he the solution all along?
There may
I'll never know.
not have been a threat? Question mark.
Yeah. No, we didn't.
Did you guide a character towards balance or end the session at your center?
Yeah, I'm at center.
Very nice.
No
I should have GM intruded when you broke the dagger.
Oh. There goes my dinosaur.
Right, so that's a generic question. Everyone has their special question. Rufu, did you express vulnerability by admitting you were wrong or that you should have listened to someone you ignored? No. He's never wrong. Sue, did you make progress towards your goal against your adversary?
My goal was to expose them. I think all my friends believe me, but that was way earlier, so no. And it also didn't work because he ended up fighting against the bad guys. So
It's seemingly helping us.
The Crystal Tower, though. What the fuck is that?
It wasn't the villagers that came back.
They're all freaking dead.
it's good we got out of there.
Jet Cheng-hu, did you improve the lives of a community of average citizens?
Nope.
Guys, I'm seeing a trend. What's happening?
I told them, like, if you want to go back to this the freaking city now. Run back.
You tried. They didn't listen.
Did you express vulnerability by admitting you were wrong and that you should have listened?
I mean, I didn't express any vulnerability. I had listened to Bubba, but I wasn't expressing any vulnerability.
Should have listened to someone you ignored. So I don't think you were ignoring Baba.
No, I might have realized that maybe I should have listened to him because at the end he seemed to be saying the right things, but I didn't maybe express that
He
to
knew
him.
something. Yeah, he definitely knew something, and maybe you could have listened, but you didn't.
Yeah.
So you don't get XP. Poloni, did you resolve an issue or conflict, like something other than your training? No.
She ran when she could have fought.
But she didn't resolve a conflict using something other than her training because she wasn't here to do it.
Damn it.
Next time.
But she can get the general XP. So what did we answer for the general questions? I think it was like one yes.
We learned something.
Yeah, so just you can, if somebody ping Kaloni that she can take one growth advancement. All right, and then I think that's it for today, everyone. I hope you had fun, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Heavy.
fun.
Thanks
See you
so
on
much for
Tuesday
watching.
for a journey
So
across
fucking
the
heavy.
land.
Yeah.
We gotta
And I'll
start
see
saving people.
everyone in the audience on Thursday at 7:30 EST on the Hexagon TTRPG.
Thanks so much for watching, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Thanks for passing.